Hi, Kipsters. Now, today for writing, we are going to be learning about something new first because we're going to need to know what this is in order to help us do something super special we're going to do for our moms for Mother's Day today. So, before we get started with that part of the writing, let's look at the screen here. Today, we're going to be learning a big word. Now, the word of today is called adjective. Say adjective. Good. Now, adjectives describe people, places, and things. And I put some examples here, but we're going to zoom in a second. So some different words that could be an adjective you're trying to describe, again, people, places, or things. You could say ugly, pretty, young or old, happy, sad, wet, dry, big, small, short, and long. All of these words are used to describe, again, people, places, and things. Let's look at some more examples. So here we see a picture of a pencil, but I could use an adjective to describe its color, for example. So this is not just a pencil, but the adjective is that it's a blue pencil. I'm using the color to describe more about the thing. It's a blue pencil. Let's try another one. So here we have a picture of a book. Now there's a few adjectives I could use to describe this. Well, the color of the book is red, so I know it's a red book. But also, is it a big book or a little book? What do you think, hipsters? A big book. It's a super big book. So I could use two adjectives. I could say that this is a red and big book. So I describe the book. Let's try this one. So here we have a picture of two girls. Now remember, adjectives can describe people as well. There's a few things we could say about these girls to describe them. One thing I see is that these are young girls. They're not old, they're young. So that describes their age. But I also see some other things I could use to describe them. For example, this girl is tall and this girl is short. So again, young and tall and short are adjectives we can use to describe these two girls. Oh, look at this cute little puppy here. We can also describe how something looks, and that can be their adjective. So when I look at this puppy, I think that one thing I notice is that it is super fluffy. So the adjective for this puppy is that it's fluffy. Let's do a couple more. All right, Kipsters, you can also describe people by their character traits. So the type of person that they are. That's still an adjective. So here we have a picture of a woman who is skydiving. So I can think of one way to describe this woman. One thing that I could say is that she must be super brave. So the adjective to describe her again is brave. And we have one more. Okay, remember we said you can also use adjectives to describe the way someone looks. So for example, this man and this woman, they look fancy. So if I wanted to describe them, I could say that they were fancy. I could also say that the woman looks beautiful and the man looks handsome. And that's also a way to describe them. Again, Kipsters, these are called adjectives. What are they called? Adjectives. Good. Let me go back to the beginning. Remember, adjectives describe people, places, and things. Hi, Kipsters. All right, so today for writing, we're going to be doing something a little bit fun because on Sunday, I don't know if you know it, but it's a really, really special day where we get to honor and celebrate our amazing mothers. Now, a mom could be anybody, any woman in your life. That could be your mom, that could be your grandmother, it could be your aunt, it could be a big sister. Anybody that plays a special mom role in your life, that's who we celebrate on Mother's Day. So, we're going to use what we just learned about adjectives right before this to help us with a special writing project. So what you're going to need for today, you're going to need a piece of paper because this is something we're going to be giving to the moms in our lives. So you're going to need a piece of paper, and you're going to want some markers or crayons if you have them at home to make your writing very beautiful. All right, Kipster. So hopefully you have at least a black marker, a pencil, or something that's black because we're going to be starting with the black marker. And the reason why is because we're going to start on our blank piece of paper by drawing a flower. And then inside of each petal of the flower, we're going to use an adjective to help describe our moms that we're going to be giving this beautiful flower to. All right, Kipsters, so the first thing you're going to do is take the marker, and in the middle, you just draw a circle. That's going to be the middle of the circle. Okay? And then after you draw your circle, you're going to write my mom is. I'm going to write it, and then you can copy me if you don't know how to write it. So, my, M-Y, mom is. And then you can put dot, dot, dot. Okay, Kipsters? So go ahead and do that. Now, for the next part, we're going to draw the petals. Now, for the petals, and you guys know from my other writing videos, Miss Gardner's No Artist is all about trying your best, okay? So, for the petals, all you have to do is take your marker and draw a curve like this. That's your first petal. And then you're going to do another curve. At the bottom, let's keep going. Another curve here. And then it depends on your flower, but I have room for one more curve to add to my flower. Okay? All right, Kipsters. So for mine, I only had space because mine is so big because I want you guys to be able to see it. I only had space for 1, 2, 3, 4 petals. So I only have 4 petals, so that means I'm only going to have space for 4 adjectives that describe my mom. Remember that we're doing adjectives, what we just learned about, which describe people, places, and things. So, with that being said, Kipsters, if you have more room, feel free to add more than 4 petals. That's just what Miss Gardner's doing because that's the space that I have. All right. Now here comes the fun part where we get to really think about our moms and how special they are to us. So I'm going to take a few different color markers for my mom. I'm going to do these 3 colors. Or I might as well do 4 since I have 4 petals. So I have 4 different color markers, and I'm going to think about 4 adjectives that describe my mother. Because remember, this is the gift we're giving to them. So you can use my words, or you can think about other words that can describe your mom. Now remember, if you don't know how to spell something, you can try your best, or you can ask somebody in your family. Try not, unless your mom's already standing there next to you, which they might be, try not to ask your mom because if you can, this could be a surprise. If not, they can help you create this with you and it'll still be something super special. All right, so for me, one way I know I can describe my mom is that she is very strong. So I'm going to write strong in 1 petal. My mom is a very strong woman. All right, another word, adjective that I can use to describe her. My mom is very brave. So I have strong, and I have brave. All right, I'm going to think of some other adjectives to describe my mom. Oh, another thing, my mom is beautiful. So I'm going to write beautiful. That's a long word, but beautiful. So far I have strong, brave, and beautiful. And I'm going to think about one more adjective to describe her. My mom is very kind. She's a very kind woman. So I'm going to write kind. All right, Kipsters. So when you are done drawing your petals, go ahead and write the words that describe your mom. Now, if you want, Kipsters, you can add even more to these pictures. You can draw little hearts inside, like this. You could even pick another color, and you might want to color in the petal around the word. Make sure you don't color in the word. All right, Kipsters, it's up to you. You decide how beautiful you want to make this for your wonderful moms. I hope that you guys, you mothers out there, have a wonderful Mother's Day. Make sure you give your mom a big hug on Sunday. So try to hold this until Sunday, Kipsters. Give your mom your beautiful flower that you created for her. All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend.